I've been looking for a way out, running around with my head down, my pride in the ground. They told me I was only burden bound. Now I walk the line on the higher ground, my pride in the clouds, while they keep running in circles.
Hello YouTube, Marcus now here, and I'm back with the complete Forge review of Halo 4, so sit back and enjoy. We start off with the map Ravine, where I'll show you how it's impossible to go near the water because 343 completely removed the underwater effect, but we will get to that part later on. It's possible now to place weapons and other physical objects into other stuff while they're on phase, which is really going to be helpful in the future. Also note that when you pick up a phased weapon and drop it down, it won't float anymore, it will just stay on the ground. Next, the special objects for Ravine are $100 each and are mostly big buildings. 343 also removed zoom from the Forge monitor, and holding left stick will not make an object move slower anymore, and with these two combined it's very hard to precisely place objects now. Also, putting objects into the ground is going to be a big problem because the object tends to push itself out when you're holding it in the middle. However, this can easily be solved by just holding it on the upper part of the object. The more objects you've placed on the map, the longer it's going to take for the map to load when you go to Sparta mode. Initially, this isn't a big problem, but when you have one of those bigger maps, I really recommend not going into Sparta mode unless it's really needed. Using the remove all of these objects ability will not remove all the shadowing from the objects. I think this is still a bug because it's still work in progress, I guess, the Forge or something. But it will always stay in the shadow no matter what you do, unless you get really close to it. The part where you stand on is not going to be in shadow. I found some problem when I was trying to forge a map. When you set an object that is destroyable to respawn never, but game specific true from the start, whenever you destroy it, it appears to remove itself from the whole game. It won't respawn next round, it won't respawn next game, and you will see that you actually get the money back after you destroy it. This is a really weird bug I've been coming around, and it's been really pissing me off because I couldn't get my map done. So I hope they remove it. What 343 definitely removed is the UNSC air vehicle. There's no Falcon, no Hornets, and the only UNSC air, or the only air vehicle we have left is the Banshee, which we cannot change color. That's another thing they removed. You can't change your colors anymore, and I will give you the example with this mongoose. I'm gonna change it to a red and a blue color, and I'm not gonna highlight it. And as you can see, it isn't blue. So fuck you, 343. This water is the only water in the game I have found that actually shows you a blue screen. But as you can see, the sound doesn't change, and actually the physics of the objects while they're in it don't change at all. Like I said in the beginning of the video, they removed the whole water effects. In the campaign, the whole water is just fake. Bullet holes. That's another thing they removed. The Forge maps, there's no bullet holes and no grenade like impacts anymore, and neither from rocket launcher. The environment is completely indestructible. I think they made the next step in Forerunner technology. Forerunner grass and Forerunner rocks cannot be destroyed. I guess that's what they wanted to do. So let's move on to the next map. They reduced the object limit from 700 to 650. And on impact it doesn't make sense. You can only place 12 of these buildings, like I just played, 12 is the limit, and then you can place 100 of these very big buildings. And guess what, the little buildings cost 150, the big buildings cost 10. I guess they did this because they just copied the whole object list from Halo Reach into Halo 4 and started adding objects after that, and they didn't adjust the prices and stuff. Frame rate, you have to watch for that. Whenever you put too many objects in the same spot, you're still gonna have trouble with frame rate, and it's gonna be a lot faster than in Halo Reach. Probably because the objects are more detailed and it requires more from the Xbox. Another thing, they haven't removed the bug whenever you put an object within two in-game objects, and you look at the first one and it's behind the other one, the object will completely disappear. It's still there, but it would just look invisible. I have had this object a lot in Halo Reach, and it appears that they haven't fixed it in Halo 4. So as you can see, I can just make this object invisible by looking at it and not looking at it, and this can be quite annoying. Next, lights are back, and you can actually place 4 now. They're less effective though, but if you put them together they shine brighter, so it's pretty cool. Another pretty cool thing is not the loading screen, which is really long, as you can see, what I said earlier before, but this thing, it costs 50 and it puts an invisible barrier. It's like an invisible soft barrier somewhere in a way, and they made it so it looked like it was gravity, but actually it's a light visible barrier. So this means if you just put them all together, you have them in different shapes, different stuff, but if you just put them all together, you can actually stand in it, and the invisible barrier will actually push your Spartan out. And here another nice long loading screen. This is what I said before, I really recommend not going too much into Spartan mode. So as you can see, I'm just floating up right now. This is not altered gravity, if you guys think, because here I have it on the side, and it actually pushes you to the side. So as you can see, it's like an invisible barrier. You can use it that way, and you can use it to make all kind of cool stuff out of it. So yeah, let's just move on to the last map. This map starts off in the Colosseum. Well, it's comparable to the Colosseum, but of course you can go outside, and there's like this whole big cave. So there are some cameras, and you can just remove them if you want. So as I said before, I'm going to show you, you can't actually go into the water because they completely removed the whole water effect. Getting close to it will cause you to die. Another camera. There's a lot of places you can go to. Most interesting place I found was right underneath this area. Oh yeah, the map specific objects are these pipes. You have like, I think they cost like 20 or something. And you have like a lot of pipes. You can just that's the only objects you have for this map. Under in the cave you have these glowing, nice looking flowers. A bad thing about it was you can just fly through them, and there's actually a huge they're like floating in some parts. Other than that, the map looks pretty great. So yeah, let's just get to the magnets and highlighting. Magnets works pretty fine, but I really wish they just didn't replace it with press the left stick to actually move it slower, because magnets is only very limited. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? What are you going to make in Halo 4, and what is your favorite map? Most important, do you think the Forge has actually improved, or do you really wish the old settings were better? Stay tuned for my next video, which is most likely going to be a weapon breakdown of Halo 4 and all the weapons and all the vehicles, and see what they can actually do and how powerful they are and what the best choice will be for you to pick in matchmaking. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys on my next one.